In today's episode, we're taking a look at RiME, a game that really hasn't been talked about all that much at all from what I've seen. I could have talked about one of the other bigger games of this month like Prey or Injustice 2, however I really haven't seen much coverage on this game, especially in comparison, so let's delve into it a little more and find out what it's about. RiME is being developed by Tequila Works, who actually haven't produced many games so far. They released Deadlight in 2012, a 2.5D side-scrolling platformer / survival horror game that was met with mixed reviews, giving the game 68% on Metacritic for the 360 release, although the PC version received a distinctly higher score of 78%. Their second game released only last month actually, on the 12th of April, called The Sexy Brutale, which I hope I'm pronouncing right, I'm not sure, and is an adventure puzzle game that was pretty well received, scoring an average of 82% on Metacritic. RiME has been in development for quite a long time. Originally, the first trailer we received was back in August of 2013 during the indie section of Sony's Gamescom conference. The game was depicted as a third-person adventure game with a cel-shaded art style, reminiscent of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. At this point in time, RiME was a PS4 exclusive as Sony had acquired the rights to the game. Fast forward to 2016 and Tequila Works announced that they had reacquired the rights from Sony, meaning RiME was no longer a PS4 exclusive. RiME was confirmed this year to now release on PS4 as well as Xbox One, Steam and Nintendo Switch. The game releases worldwide on PS4, Xbox and Steam very shortly on May 26th, and releasing a little later on the Switch sometime during the third quarter of this year. All that aside, what exactly is RiME? RiME is an adventure puzzle game. The core of the story surrounds a boy who needs to escape an island which you'll spend your time on during the game and also escape a curse. As far as the plot goes, that's really all we know at this point. However, we do know there is no voice acting or dialogue, the hero is completely mute, and that the plot is subliminally driven, kinda similarly to Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian in some regards. Part of the charm of the game is simply discovering the world around you by traversing through it with various elements of platforming. So you'll be jumping and climbing a lot, which looks to actually require some thought to reach certain places or areas. You won't be completely alone on your journey, you have a companion with you during the game in the form of what appears to be a fennec-like creature who will help you during your adventure, in which you can also issue commands to, I believe, again in a not too dissimilar way in the way you issued commands in The Last Guardian. When you're not traversing or exploring the world, you'll be solving puzzles which will vary in difficulty, naturally starting off easier and some will probably take you a while to really grasp. Before I forget, it's also worth talking about the music, as it's genuinely really great from the tracks I've heard so far. I'm not someone who usually says too much about music in games, however it has a really great atmosphere to it and just really stands out to me more than most games usually do due to how well orchestrated it is. So should you be excited for RiME? So far it looks to be shaping up pretty well. The art style is great, it really does capture the Wind Waker-esque cel-shaded graphics, meaning the game looks fantastic to look at. This isn't going to be a game for absolutely everyone, however, if you like the visuals, the idea of exploring an island, finding new areas and solving puzzles with some subtle storytelling, then you should definitely think about checking out this game. There's definitely a lot of similarities to games like The Last Guardian in the way that it aims to tell its story, traverse through the world and solve puzzles. However, the world looks to be quite a lot more open and overall the game, at least to me, looks more appealing. It's also worth mentioning that the game isn't full price. Over here in the UK, you can purchase it digitally or physical for around £25 to £30 or $40 in the US. That's it for today. A little bit of a shorter video due to having exams this month, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Click the thumbnail on the left to watch the last episode or the one on the right to watch another of my videos. Leave a like and sub if you did enjoy the video, be sure to follow Project Gamer on Twitter. Thanks for watching as usual and I'll see you on the next video.